Okay, guys, I'm going to talk about a topic that no one else is talking about. Creativity is dying. The TV industry. The TV industry was the biggest thing ever. It had a lot of classic shows. I mean, heck, I could even list a whole list of shows that were creativity driven, but I'm going to save you the time. Basically, ever since the television was invented, creativity was a milestone when it came to TV. And then 2020 hit. And that's when COVID hit and all hell broke loose across the world. This was the death of TV. Because of COVID rising, and when it came to TV, it was declining. And we're in this situation that TV is really struggling nowadays. And it's mostly because of multiple factors. Streaming taking over, and just not enough shows to watch. And then there's streaming. Streaming went up when the pandemic hit. That's when streaming really took off. It was this nice, convenient thing to watch any kind of TV or movie. And then things happened and the streaming services collapsed. Streaming is in a really bad spot right now because of multiple factors. And it's because of corporate greed. Corporate greed was the number one thing killing streaming and taking away all of your favorites when it comes to streaming, whether it's shows, movies, making trash content. I mean, this is the reason why streaming died. And then we got the movie industry. The movie industry, when it comes to Hollywood, was the biggest thing in the world. But then COVID hit, and multiple factors happened again, especially when it came to the threat of AI. Everybody was afraid that they were going to lose their jobs because of AI. And because this happened, protests happened all over the nation. And now we're in a situation where the movie industry is so bad that you can't even keep your job anymore. That's how bad the movie industry has gotten. And then there's gaming. Gaming back in the 1990s and the 2000s was at its peak. I mean, really, at its peak. 1990s, 2000s. And then fast forward to 2020 and the coronavirus happened. COVID pandemic. This was the peak of gaming when it came to gamers and non-gamers. But what ultimately led down to its fall was corporate greed. They were so money hungry on keeping this revenue when it came to the pandemic, when it fell off because the pandemic was over. There was mass firings across the board in the gaming industry. All these industries, when it comes to creativity, is dying. Creativity as we know it is dying. And it sucks. And thing is, I don't see things getting any better. I mean, with the state of the global economy, inflation when it comes to prices going at an all-time high, and when it comes to politics and Trump putting tariffs on everything, there's going to be huge struggle when it comes to creative aspect. Whether it's a movie, show, video game, music, all of these industries are going to suffer. And it's because of corporate greed, politics, and the economy. This is the future that we are in, guys. Creativity is going to struggle financially. And it's hard to deal with this. We all love creativity. And in this day and age, it is hard to be creative because everything's getting more expensive. It's going to get to a point where a creator's got to make a choice between doing their creative ventures or thinking of the financial costs. And this is the number one reason why creativity is going to go down, because of corporate greed, politics, and the economy. And we don't know when it's going to get better. I mean, heck, with Trump being in power for 4 years, it is going to take a long time for this stuff to get resolved. And it hurts. It truly hurts. You know, I love TV. I love movies. I love the gaming industry. I mean, it's just gone downhill from here on out. And I don't know how this is going to get fixed. I mean, TV. Best memories of my life. The movies. I loved every single movie in my generation. Gaming. The 1990s and 2000s was the best memories of gaming. Heck, even in the 2010s. But just lately, creativity has stagnated. It has gone a downtrend from here. And because of inflation and higher costs, it is going to be very, very difficult for anybody to have a creative vision in this economy. This is the direction that creativity is going in. And it sucks. I even remember watching a YouTube video of someone that wanted to get in the animation industry. And she said that in this day and age, it is near impossible to get a job in the animation industry. And she said, like, how am I going to survive life in this economy when it comes to animation? Because it feels like with all this going on, it is hard to survive this day and age, especially the animation industry, creative industry. And because of all these factors, it's going to get worse. And we just don't know when it's going to get better. It could take years upon years to recover from this. And like I said, because of Donald Trump in power, things are only going to get worse and worse. And I don't see things getting any better anytime soon. I love creativity, but where it goes from here, we have no idea.